welcome at Coolblue. Thank you for coming in today. We really appreciate that you are here for this interview with us for the job as a campaign manager. At first I will explain how this interview will flow, and it's like Thijs and I are going to ask you a few questions, and we want to know as much as possible from you. Don't tell us every details, but tell us the important things, because we only have 10 minutes on the clock.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, so since you are applying for the campaign manager, we require a person who's creative and can think outside the box. So the question I'm going to ask you are, some people might say odd, but they actually reveal a lot about your personality and skills. Because there are no wrong answers, and anything you say is right as long as you can substantiate it with.
Okay, yeah, I can
Also,
Alright?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Alright, the first question is, what would you tell us about yourself?
Well, I think the most important thing that I didn't write in my CV or in my cover letter is that I'm full of ideas. Like, I always have a ton of different ideas, and I like to work for the ones that look promising. I like to work those out and follow up on them and see what they can become. And sometimes they work out very nicely, and sometimes they don't. But just the fact that there's a lot of them makes it like I'm always busy.
And is that also why you think you are suitable for this job?
Yes, I think like the creativity that causes me to get so many different ideas, I can use that very well to develop campaigns for Coolblue. And Coolblue already had many different interesting campaigns, so I would like to contribute to those and make a few more nice ones.
so could you give us an example of one of your brilliant ideas?
One of my ideas was that at the company that I worked for before, I was also involved with making sure the company would get greener and healthier. Like it was not the company's main goal, of course, but they wanted their employers to be healthy, like some secondary benefit. And I was involved in a project to make some quick wins on improving that, and we just decided to throw every single soda vending machine out, and instead serve tea and water more. And what we found was that the employees, when they drank less sodas, they always would they would work steadier. Like they wouldn't have these afternoon dips, these crashes that most people experience during the workday. And so we could contribute a little bit to their health, which was very nice.
Alright, that's very nice, good. Could you write it down?
Yes, of course. Tell us about the team drink sodas, team. If you are a campaign manager, you are a part of the team. And can you give us an example of how you made a positive contribution to a team, and what was the outcome?
Well, there was another time at a different company where I was also a campaign manager, where there was a team full of people who always had lots of different ideas, but the problem was that they couldn't really bring those ideas together and form one very good idea together. So there were lots of single islands, and these people, they really had trouble communicating. So what I did was we just did an entire day of brainstorming, and at the end of the day everyone just had already said their ideas, and then so there was no one interrupting with different ideas anymore, because we were a little bit tired of saying different ideas all day. And then in the end we could just focus on what was good, and together choose the best idea and take little bits from different ideas and add to that, so we could, in one day we just had the best idea from the entire team.
Alright.
That's the standard question for me. If I were to hire you at this company, and I would grant you 3 wishes or promises, if you will, what would they be, and why?
First thing would probably be that different layers of the organization are all reachable. So from the management to the bottom, everyone is open to communication. Like you can just walk in and talk to someone and ask for their help. And to follow up on that secondary, I would also like everyone to listen to each other's ideas. Like you can always come and talk to me. If the manager says that, like you can always come and talk to me. But in the end, he would never do anything with my idea or never actually listen to it. Then it wouldn't work. So that would be probably the most important one after that. And as
So if we link that to your fictional character, and you could be any fictional character that you want, which one would it be, and how would that person relate to these three wishes or promises?
Well, one of my favorite movies of all time is Batman. So I'd probably go not with Batman himself, but with Alfred.
Butler.
The Butler, yes.
Why Batman? Your
Um,
favorite movie?
just because Batman is the only superhero without actual superpowers. It's something that really intrigues me. And Alfred is also someone who makes the movies great because he's this man who's raised this boy that is not his own boy. Obviously, his parents got killed, and he's raised the boy, and he never gave up on the boy. So you can relate that to working for a company. Like it's not your own child, the company, but you would take care for it as if it were your own. So that's why I like Albert very much.
Good answer. Do you have anything you want to ask?
I want to ask you something about worked under pressure. You would say you worked as a campaign manager. Can you give an example of when you have worked under pressure?
I actually prefer to work under pressure. The shorter the deadline, the better my mind works. Actually, haven't quite figured out yet why that is. But when there's pressure behind it, I can just go and keep on going until we're finished. So I think every time I do some work, it's under pressure because I've put the pressure on myself so I can excel. And if there's pressure from the outside, that's just an extra motivation to go even harder.
Alright.
I can work with that. Yeah. Remember our last employee?
Do you have
Not
any,
very well.
any question?
Imagine you've been given a penguin,
Penguin.
and you couldn't sell it nor give it away.
Yes.
What would you do with it?
Well, first of all, penguins are awesome. Can't get rid of it, so I imagine we become best friends. Probably have to rearrange my home a little bit. I don't have a very big apartment, but I can spare a room, I guess, and we have to keep it at low temperature to make it work in like a penguin pet.
Alright.
Sounds fun.
Your work wouldn't.
No, well, obviously a penguin would require a lot of work, but I'm the only one he's got, so we'll have to make it work right.
Alright. Another question. This one is about problem solving, estimation skills. And how many gas stations do you think the Netherlands has?
Wow. We definitely have to estimate indeed. I'd say just think about one province and then go from there. 12 provinces. Let's just say about 300, 400 gas stations per province. I would say we're anywhere between 2,000 and 4,000 gas stations in the Netherlands.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, and if you have to create a campaign for a new kind of fuel at that gas stations, how will you do that?
Is it like a revolutionary type of fuel or just
This
a
fuel
little bit different?
is better for your car, better for your motor, so
Okay.
that would.
Well, it would be huge, like if the fuel will be sold at every single one of those gas stations. I guess you'd have to be visible everywhere. So I think it would be a very visible campaign. You would be able to see it at all the gas stations. So the visibility is already there, and lots of people come in contact with it, especially because there are so many gas stations. So I think the most important thing past that, because you're definitely going to be seen, is that the story that you want to tell is very clear. Because, like I said, there would be anywhere between 2,000 and 4,000 gas stations. People will see your product at those gas stations. You have to just make sure that the message that you want to send is very clear. So, like what you said, it's better for your car. You have to make sure that's very obvious for the customers that this fuel is better for the car.
Alright, I think.
Do you have any questions for us? Because we pretty much know enough about you.
Yeah, I would like to know what the culture is like at your office. Like, how do people interact with each other?
Okay, so we can do this separately. I mean, it works at a different office. For me, it's very informal at the office between colleagues. positive attitude high. Also with customers, always be positive, thinking solutions instead of possible roadblocks, and we really support each other on that level.
Sort of like a happy family.
Happy family, but also functional.
Yeah.
Okay, very important.
A little bit the same for me. I worked at our office, as he said. We have a lot of meetings. So you think on Monday we have stand-up meeting. Somebody's taking food and somebody's taking drink. So it's very fun. It's not a normal meeting. We are, as you say, a family, and we act like we are a family. So a lot of fun, and informal.
And what does your company do to keep its employees motivated?
We set targets, not with financial benefits, but really just to improve individually, and we help each other.
Alright, I think this is it because of the time. We really want to thank you for being here,
Thank you.
and within 2 weeks we email you about the outcome of this interview.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.